The entrepreneurial mind is the key to starting and building a successful business. Now, as you consider stepping into the world of entrepreneurship, you need to understand that it's all about not just how you think, but how you act. The good news is this is a skill that can be learned. After all, that's why you're here watching this video. Again, the entrepreneur's mindset is just more than thinking. It's about doing as well. The dividing line between entrepreneurs and everyone else is how they act upon what they think about. Entrepreneurial thinking is a positive and resilient mindset. They see opportunities where others only see risks. In fact, they see opportunities everywhere. They're constantly generating ideas to solve everyday problems, and they're unafraid to advocate for the views of pursuing the idea on their own. Thinking like an entrepreneur is going to require passion, curiosity, strategy, focus, decisiveness, taking risks, and creating value. Now let's unpack those. Without passion for what you are doing, you're just not going to succeed in the long run. Have you known anyone that's absolutely driven about something? No matter what obstacle is in their way, they keep going. And in most cases, it is because of their extraordinary clarity and vision, summarized as their passion. See, they took the time to clearly define what it is that they wanted and how they were going to do it. They stopped and thought about their life and what it is they wanted from it and what they wanted to accomplish in life. They have the drive to see tasks to completion. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to start with passion. But it doesn't stop there. Curiosity is very important. You see, you must have curiosity and the desire to constantly learn, lifelong learner. Sometimes the best way to overcome a challenge is to ditch the conventional wisdom, the way it's always been done, the way we've always thought about it. Think outside the box. If you develop your creativity, you can solve problems in ways that you haven't thought of before. Let your inner child loose. Let them free and wondrous. Always be curious about your competition, about the current trends, about events, technology, new people, new ideas, new ways of thinking. Entrepreneurs are constantly solving problems. Small ones are where to store something or how to fix things, and huge ones like how to orbit the earth and cure diseases or make people truly happy. They're constantly curious and desire to improve lives and everything about what's going on around them. They're constantly looking to improve their mind and their product. But then we look at strategy. An entrepreneur is great at strategy, and they become a master of getting others excited about helping them grow their business or buy their product. They know how to make the most of every opportunity and to bring new prospects, convert them to paying clients, and get them to buy repeatedly. That means that careful planning, strategizing, and measuring results against expectations and even readjusting as you go along. It means taking calculated risks and learning from the ideas that fail. And there's always ideas that fail. But the strategy is more important than just recognizing opportunity in the here and now. In fact, a good entrepreneur will begin to hone foresight. It's the ability to look forward to the horizon and think about the future. Entrepreneurs anticipate the future and plan for its inevitability. Then there's focus. Now, of course, it's easy to become scattered and distracted. Ask me, because I have ADHD. But successful people develop the ability to stay focused and concentrate to maximize their resources and their efforts. Individuals who actively work to develop entrepreneurial mindsets are transformed, rarely resembling the person that they started out as. Look at any entrepreneur that's become successful. And if you have any access to who they were early on to who they are now, they are likely very different. They have a lot of wisdom and certainly a lot of knowledge behind them now. They are constantly educating themselves and gaining experience that will lead them to the goals they desire. Let's talk about decisiveness. Decisiveness is about the ability to make a decision and stick with it. Being determined isn't just a strength. Fortitude and persistence to move forward against all the odds is essential, but it also strategically prepares you for battle. When you are determined, you are positioning yourself in a firm decision. You are ready to do the hard work required to win at whatever cost. Most people make their decisions about life and careers from emotions and even assumptions, and sometimes what other people tell them to do. But successful entrepreneurs base their decisions on fact-based thinking. They're constantly thinking, they're constantly making decisions, and they're being decisive about those decisions, sticking with them. An entrepreneur also has to be able to take risks. Being an entrepreneur means identifying challenges and overcoming them. Mistakes and failures come with the territory, and taking risks and having an entrepreneurial spirit are extremely important. Bouncing back and moving forward despite the challenges and adversity will help you grow, will help you learn, will build your problem solving skills. This is how you grow. Go back to the curiosity. You can't avoid failure. You're just not. And life is full of it. Even if you weren't an entrepreneur, you're going to experience failure. All you can do is learn how to face the challenges head on and turn into them, learning from them each step of the way. Now, an entrepreneur also creates value. You see, value can be economic, but it also can be social, societal, personal, and is likely a blend of all of these elements. Value creation comes from seeing unexpected opportunities in everyday life. An entrepreneur is someone who creates value through creating businesses that solve problems and meet the needs and satisfy the wants of the marketplace. Thinking of your business in terms of value or customer benefit is how you should be thinking about things, and you should also be thinking about your competition and how they do that. If your product offers something to the customers that they really value, then there is no reason for them to consider other products, right? In fact, a very highly valued product from the customer's point of view practically sells itself. And the higher the value that you're going to offer them, the higher the price customers are willing to pay. So it is, again, a win-win. Now, if we distill all of this down, what we come to is this idea that entrepreneurs think differently. And it is a skill that is learned. You can learn it. They have passion for what they do, a curiosity and a constant desire to learn and grow. They're focused and decisive on what needs to be done while taking the risks that need to be taken to achieve the value that benefits the customers and sometimes society as a whole. All of this, all of it is a skill that can be developed over time. That means that you can do this. But I want you to understand this. Not everyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur. What do I mean by that? Well, let's use this analogy. Athletes do not start out as great. If you look at any of the great athletes, they don't start out as great, and neither do entrepreneurs. It takes time, it takes calibration, it takes practice, it takes consistency to develop these lifelong skills. You're not going to have it all together when you get started. All of this is possible if you start with an absolute passion to achieve what you've set out to do. But if you start out and you think that you have to be already at the end point of success, it's either going to end in failure or end in frustration. Friends, I'm just telling you, when I started my very first business, I had business degrees, I had experience in the marketplace, but I didn't know what I was doing. I still had to learn. I wasn't successful. I had the mindset to be successful, and I had all these things, passion and curiosity and resolve to do these things. And if you practice these things along the way, each day, focus on them, keep pumping positive information into you, keep learning, keep growing, keep curiosity about what's happening around you and growing from those things, you too, at some point, will find the success that you desire. It's a journey, not a destination.